Hello, everybody. This is Chrissy, and for the last several years, I've spent countless hours looking behind the scenes of relationships between Western men and Filipinas and watched relationships fall apart. I've also seen beautiful relationships that turned into wonderful marriages. We have friends that we knew where the relationship succeeded after all the ups and downs that they have experienced. And most of them has this age gap relationship. Some couples are 20 years apart, some are 40 years apart, some are 30s, and some are higher than what you expect. Some women are in their 20s and some are close to retirement themselves. I've learned one very important lesson. What you see on the surface is often completely different on what's really happening in reality. That's why today, I'm going to answer some of the questions that many Filipinos would probably never answer on camera. Some of my answers might surprise you, and some of my answers will be based on my personal experience, especially dating a foreigner guy from a different world, from a different country, and a different culture. I'm gonna show you the most honest answer that I could give you. Question number one, what do Filipinas really say about foreign men when no foreigners are around? There are so many things that we talk about you. We talk about our partners and we talk about the foreigner men that been here in the Philippines and failed in their relationship. Number one is how you treat people. Filipinas will ask me, how is my husband? How does he treat people around him? How is he when it's just me and him in the four corners of our bedroom? Some people will ask, how is the age gap relationship when it comes to sex? Is it still good? Is it the same as you dating a 20-year-old guy? And I would say, when it comes to that intimate part, when the connection between you and the Filipina is really, really good, you will also experience the best sex in your life. And also other Filipinas will talk about how much the foreigners give them, or let's say the allowance that they get monthly. To be honest with you, it become part of the Filipinas topic when the foreigner is not around. Financial is very important as well. If we are not working, we will feel like we're not useful. We will feel like we're not contributing to the table. And if we needed something and we need to ask permission or money to our husband or partner, it somehow made us feel like so dependent. And a lot of Filipinas doesn't like that. They want to have the financial freedom as well to buy what they want and to support themselves without asking. And before Rob and I met in person, we already have agreed that I'm not going to work. There should be an arrangement to be planned before meeting. Because if the Filipina doesn't really want to just stay in the house with you and she really want to support herself by her own money, that could be a big problem in the future. And also other thing that Filipinos talk about foreigners when they're not around is that, how is our relationship? And a lot of Filipinos will open up on the status on their relationship. And that's where I heard so many stories. Filipinas dating foreigners that look happy in public or in social media, but they're not really happy and they're not really in love with each other in the real world. Question number two, when does a Filipina know she's falling in love and when she is simply thinking about a better future? That's a little bit complicated because a Filipino will think of falling in love with a person in a company of if she can have a better future of that person. Traditionally, here in the Philippines, Filipinas are very low maintenance. As long as they are loved, as long as they are taken care of physically, sometimes money comes after. But nowadays, in the modern generation, there's a big changes on Filipinas' perspective and Filipinas' standards as well. Now, the very important order of the emotion is that if the Filipina saw a big future ahead with you, that's why she fell in love. Or she fell in love first, that's why no matter what your income is, she is seeing a big future together with you. Now, based on my experience, When Rob and I first talked online, of course, I don't feel like I'm in love with him because I have to know the person first. I have to get to know what's the weaknesses, what are the downsides of dating a man that is way older than me. But then eventually, especially when we used the 36 questions of Dr. Annette, I felt a deep connection between me and him. And when I felt that, I had to evaluate if I'm gonna fall in love with this man. What's gonna be my future with him? Does he have a future? Does he have a plan? Does he have intention for a long-term relationship? Because that's what I was looking for. Question number 3. Can a foreign man accidentally make himself less attractive by spending too much money? Yes. Now, the worst case here is that you will be less attractive to the real Filipina, but you will be a lot more attractive to the scammers. There are so many foreigners I've heard that they don't want to be taken advantage, but the act of giving too much money or flexing all your wealth and being too generous is what made other people take advantage with you. Foreigner man who spend too much money just to flaunt, we find him not much of self-discipline. And self-discipline is very important for us because if you have bad habit and you don't have much self-discipline, that would be a problem in the future. And sometimes Filipinas will find you too much of yourself and boastful when you flaunt your wealth around them. You should always remember that a man that has self-discipline and has self-control is more attractive than careless when it comes to his financial. The number 4 question, what's the biggest lie Filipinas tell foreign men? I would say when Filipino will tell you, I love you on the first week of conversation. But if we are going to talk about lies that Filipino will tell you, there's so many lies that I have discovered in years of uncovering Filipino lies on social media. It's just unbelievable. Myself can't even believe how a Filipina could pull that lie into a foreigner man. The second biggest lie is that when she says she's single but she's married. Other lies is that when she says she's a woman but she's not. Other lie says she doesn't have any other relationship but has a multiple relationship with foreigners and local men. Also, some other lie is when the Filipino will say she doesn't have children, but she actually have 4 or 5. Other lie is that when the Filipino woman will say, I'm only talking to you online, but actually you're scheduled. Lie is very broad topic to talk about. There are white lies, there are evil lies, and so many lies that you will not even believe Filipina could think of. The next question. What's the biggest lie foreign men tell themselves about Filipinas? This is very interesting. When the foreigner man says, she is loyal to me. And when the foreigner tells themselves, I've seen red flags, but probably it's because of me. And when the foreigner men tell themselves, I think she's just really busy, that's why she doesn't have time to video call me. Sometimes the red flag is there. You've seen it in your own eyes. You felt it. Your instinct is telling you that that's a red flag. But because you are attracted to the Filipina and you started falling to her, you lie to yourself and tell yourself that it's all okay. It's just you. Question number 6. Have you ever looked at one of Rob's clients and immediately known the relationship wasn't real? So many times, like hundreds of times. I think that answered the question. And it's unbelievably a lot. Now, if your follow-up question is, how did I know it wasn't real? First is when the relationship started with a lie. When the Filipina lied about her marital status. When the Filipina lied about her children. When the Filipina lied about her age. When she says she's 20, but yet she's really just 17 or 18. When your relationship was built based on a lie, that's when I know that the relationship isn't real. It's just all fantasy. It's just in your head. It's just in your heart that you try to believe. Question number 7. Do Filipinas ever compete with each other for foreign men? It happened a lot. I would say Filipinas in the dating site online are competing to each other to find you. And you as well is competing with other foreigners to find the Filipino. Rob always say that when you come here in the Philippines, you are the commodity. You are the rare species. And it happened a lot in the Philippines where friendships were broken and even sisters were competing with each other for one single foreigner. I am glad it wasn't that hard for me. Yet, I'm still careful. Now, question number 8. What makes Filipinas laugh about foreign men after they leave the room? Laugh because they're happy or laugh because they're making fun of the foreigner? I don't have any experience about that, but what made me think is that when you're so full of yourself and they find it too aggressive and too boastful, I think that's what makes them laugh. If your best friend started to date a 72-year-old foreigner, what would be the very first question you'd ask her? How does she feel about it in public? It depends on how old is my best friend. If my best friend is 18-year-old, maybe my question is that, are you not embarrassed to go to the public or introducing your 72-year-old foreigner to your family? A lot of Filipinas will feel embarrassed, especially if they will get a lot of looks from the environment. I had that experience before. I overcame that problem, but I can't imagine if the Filipino is very, very young at the age of like 22 or 23 and the guy is 72 years old. If he's very fit and he does like 72-year-old, no problem. And maybe my second question will be, how is your baby time? How is your romantic time? Your romance in the bedroom? Maybe something like that. I would be curious. But based on my experience, it's all good. Next question. What's one thing foreign men should never say on a dating app? I'm just gonna mention these things, but not in particular order and which one really is the most serious one. But I think I've noticed is that when the foreigner will say he's an atheist or he doesn't believe in anything, because if you're dating a Filipina, 99% of the Filipinas are religious. They are mostly Christian, so if you will say that, it would be negative to them. Other thing is that when you say you have no plan to financially support the Filipina in the future, number one thing. It's not that the Filipina is just really up to financial support, but because it is you showing how controlling you are. And other thing is that when you say you are in an open relationship, I think real serious Filipinas would not want to commit themselves and someone that is not planning to be loyal. And that if you are really looking for a serious Filipina. And the most major problem is that when you never say thing at all, when your profile is empty, when you don't have any bio or you're too tired to write things, that's a no-no. Okay, next question. What's the fastest way for a foreign man to lose a good Filipina? The fastest way is when you are a cheater, when you cheat on your Filipina. Second is when you're scandalous in public, because Filipinas are shy and they really want to save face. And if you do that, especially with her, you're gonna lose her. Now, if you had 1 minute to warn every foreign man coming to the Philippines, what would you tell him? Number 1, be aware on your expectations. Because when you come here and your expectation is very high, especially on the people, on the weather, on the food, you will be disappointed. Number 2, be aware of the people that will approach you and will extend help to you, especially in person. They are mostly scammers. Number 3 is that do not ever come here in the Philippines to meet a Filipina that you did not do any social media review. That's very important. I think that was less than 1 minute. For those who are really wanting to be here in the Philippines, meet a Filipina, don't be shy to ask for an advice. Rob and I offer a service for a big brother and little sister consultation where you can book on the first comment section that was pinned below. And also, we publish books that will guide you on your journey here in the Philippines. Number 1 book is the Fly Me to the Philippines book that is available on Amazon. Second one is the Western Guide on Dating in Asia and in the Philippines. Third is the Dumaguete 2026 Guide. And also, we just published our PDF, our cheat sheet here in the Philippines. It contained a lot of information that will truly help you on your plans and on your journey here in the Philippines. Is there any question in your mind that wanting answer from a Filipina like me? What are you waiting for? Comment down below your questions and I'm gonna compile it for the next video. Now, if your question is, Chrissy, I am talking to a Filipina online. I am falling in love with her. What should I do? Book my open source social media review to see if you are really talking to a real Filipina. Always remember, fly smart, fly with confidence, only here from Fly Me to the Philippines.